Hey everyone. Seems like everyone's buzzing about AI and how it's going to totally change the way we work. And to be honest, we're right there with you.
Yeah, right.
So today we're going to be diving into some of the latest stuff coming out of OpenAI. They're the folks behind ChatGPT and some crazy new tools you might have heard about. But we're also going to take a look at this platform called 90, which is kind of doing its own thing, focusing on making teams work better together. So we've got super powerful AI on one side,
Yeah.
and then this focus on good old human teamwork on the other.
Yeah, it's like, "Brrr." It's fascinating how these two seemingly opposite approaches might actually work together.
Right, so let's jump into it. We've got OpenAI showcasing tools like ChatGPT and this new one, Sora.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making headlines everywhere. But I think what's really interesting is not just what these tools can do,
Yeah.
but what are people actually asking them to do? That's where things get really mind-blowing.
Absolutely. The sheer range of tasks that ChatGPT is being used for is just incredible. People are using it to plan trips, debug code, even translate recipes. It's like AI is becoming this ultimate multi-tool, adaptable to pretty much any challenge you can throw at it.
Yeah, it's not just about
Yeah.
replacing one specific job anymore.
Yeah.
It's like this versatile helper for anything and everything. I know a lot of people, when they hear AI, they immediately think, oh no, the robots are coming for our jobs.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on that? Is this really about AI taking over? Or is there more to the story?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's definitely something that's on everyone's mind. But I think the reality is a lot more nuanced than just robots replacing humans. The real potential here is for AI to augment what we can already do. Instead of spending hours on travel websites, you can have ChatGPT whip up a personalized itinerary based on your preferences so you're free to focus on, actually enjoying your trip.
So instead of replacing our jobs, it's more like taking on the boring stuff so we can focus on what we're actually good at.
Exactly. Think about your own work. What are the tasks that just bog you down? Scheduling meetings, summarizing reports, researching competitors. What if you could just hand all of that off to an AI? It would free you up to focus on strategy, creative problem solving, building relationships. The things that actually require uniquely human skills.
Okay, that makes total sense. I've got ChatGPT acting as this super smart assistant, handling the routine stuff. But then there's Sora, and Sora feels like it's straight out of science fiction.
Yeah, Sora's a whole other ballgame. We're not just talking about text and code anymore. This is about visuals. Imagine you could describe a scene, like a bustling marketplace in Morocco, spices piled high, vibrant fabrics everywhere. Sora could take that description and generate a realistic video. The sights, the sounds, even the feeling of that place.
I was reading about how Sora can even simulate things like the way light reflects off water, or also how objects move in zero gravity. It's not just creating pretty pictures, it's like having a physics lab at your fingertips.
Exactly. That's what makes it so powerful. It's not just for filmmakers anymore. Architects could use it to visualize their designs. Scientists could use it to model complex phenomena. Educators could create immersive learning experiences.
Giving everyone access to a Hollywood special effects studio, democratizing creative tools like never before. But wouldn't that kind of disrupt things? What happens to the film industry if anyone can create stunning visuals with a few prompts?
That's a great question, and it's one that a lot of people are grappling with right now. It raises questions about who controls the means of production. When these advanced creative tools become so readily available, will we see an explosion of user-generated content? Will established studios need to adapt their business models? It's hard to say for sure, but one thing is certain. The creative landscape is about to get a whole lot more interesting.
Okay, so we've got this AI side starting to take shape. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about 90. Now, this platform is taking a very different approach, focusing specifically on human teams and how they work together, to be honest. I hadn't even heard of 90 before we started prepping for this deep dive. Can you give us a quick rundown of what it actually does?
Sure. Imagine a central hub where your team can manage projects, track progress, communicate seamlessly. No matter where everyone's located, that's 90 in a nutshell. It provides a structure for collaboration, making sure everyone's on the same page, working towards shared goals, and providing feedback in a constructive way.
So while AI, like ChatGPT and Sora, seems to be focused on individual tasks and making us more efficient, 90 is all about the team itself, working better as a unit.
Exactly. And that contrast is what makes this whole conversation so intriguing. We've got AI tools empowering individuals on one hand, and platforms like 90 enhancing team dynamics on the other.
Which leads us to the big question. How do these two seemingly different approaches to the future of work actually fit together?
That's a great question, and it's one that we're going to explore in the next part of our deep dive. We'll delve into the idea of augmented collaboration. What happens when you combine the power of AI tools like ChatGPT and Sora with a human-centric platform like 90?
All right, I'm hooked. We'll be right back to explore that very question in part 2. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. So we've explored these amazing AI tools coming out of OpenAI, and we've gotten a taste of how 90 helps teams, function better. Now let's tackle the big question. How do these seemingly different approaches to work actually come together?
Yeah, we've got AI that can write, create, and even simulate the real world.
Yeah.
And then we've got this platform designed to keep teams on track and,
Yeah.
all in sync. So how does that all play out, like in an actual workplace?
Well, imagine a team using 90 as their home base, their central hub
Yeah.
for project management, goals, communication, the whole 9 yards. But within that structure, they're also weaving in those powerful AI tools like ChatGPT and Sora to handle specific tasks.
So it's not about AI taking over the whole project, but more like giving each team member these kind of specialized assistants.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Let's say you're working on a marketing campaign. ChatGPT could analyze market data, identify your target demographic, and even draft social media posts or website copy, all based on your brand's voice.
So instead of the marketer spending hours researching and writing, the AI handles the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And that frees up the marketer to focus on strategy, creative brainstorming, building those crucial relationships with partners and influencers. And meanwhile, Sora could be used to create a stunning video for the campaign, bringing the team's vision to life in a way that words alone couldn't achieve.
Wow, that's incredible. So it's not just about efficiency then, it's about amplifying what humans are already good at.
Absolutely. And all of this is happening within the framework of 90. So while the AI is busy crunching data and generating content, 90 ensures that everyone is aligned on the big picture goals. Tasks are clearly assigned and tracked, and feedback is flowing smoothly between team members.
It's like a well-oiled machine, but with humans at the helm, guiding the strategy and making sure everything aligns with their vision.
Precisely. This kind of hybrid workflow has the potential to be incredibly powerful. But it also raises some interesting questions, like, is this a model that can work for any team? Or is it only for big companies with tons of resources?
That's a good point. I could see smaller teams or even individuals feeling like they can't keep up with this level of tech integration.
Yeah, I think that's a valid concern. But I also think the beauty of these cloud-based platforms and AI tools is their accessibility. Small businesses, startups, even freelancers can take advantage of them. It's not
Yeah.
about the size of your budget. It's about being adaptable and finding ways to integrate these technologies into your existing workflow.
So it's not about replacing humans with robots, but humans learning to work smarter. Alongside these increasingly intelligent tools,
Exactly. And that brings us to another key question. What skills will be needed to thrive in this new world of augmented collaboration? It's no longer enough to simply be good at your job. You also need to be AI fluent.
AI fluent. What does that even mean?
Well, think about it like learning a new language. You need to understand how to communicate effectively with AI, how to frame problems in a way that AI can understand, how to evaluate the output that AI generates, and then how to seamlessly integrate that output into your human workflow.
So it's not just about being tech savvy. It's about understanding how to work alongside AI as a partner. Almost.
Exactly. It's about recognizing AI's strengths and limitations, knowing when to leverage its power, and when to rely on human intuition and judgment.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this whole augmented collaboration thing
Yeah.
could really change the game.
Completed.
Let's be realistic for a moment. There have to be some potential downsides or challenges here.
Right, of course. Whenever you have a major shift in how things are done, there are always going to be bumps along the way. One concern that often comes up is the potential for job displacement as AI becomes more capable. It's true that some tasks that are currently done by humans will likely be automated.
So what happens to those people whose jobs are essentially taken over by AI?
That's where proactive thinking and planning are crucial. We need to anticipate these shifts and invest in reskilling and upskilling programs. We need to help people adapt to the changing demands of the labor market, providing them with the tools and training they need to thrive in an AI-augmented world.
So instead of resisting the inevitable, it's about recognizing the opportunities
Yeah,
and making sure people are equipped to seize them.
exactly. It's about embracing the evolution of work and finding ways to make it benefit everyone.
This is a lot to process. but I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. It sounds like the potential benefits of AI and augmented collaboration could be huge as long as we're mindful of the challenges and we work to ensure that everyone benefits from this transition.
I agree. It's an exciting time to be alive, to witness this technological revolution unfolding. And I think the most important thing is that we actively participate in shaping this future.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've seen how AI can supercharge individual tasks, and we've explored how platforms like 90 can enhance team dynamics.
Yeah.
But how does all of this actually impact you, the listener, on a personal level? We'll delve into that very question in part 3. Part 3 of our deep dive. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive, into the future of work. We've explored the incredible capabilities of AI, tools like ChatGPT and Sora. We've seen how 90 is all about making teams work better. But now, let's bring it all home.
Yeah.
What does this whole convergence of AI and human teamwork actually mean for you, the listener, in a practical sense?
You know, it's about a fundamental shift in how we think about work itself. We're moving towards a world where AI handles the routine, the repetitive tasks, and that frees us up to focus on the things that make us uniquely human. Creativity, strategy, problem solving, building meaningful connections.
So it's not about
Yeah.
fearing that robots are going to take our jobs,
Yeah.
but more about thinking about how AI can actually elevate the work we do, like having a superpowered assistant to handle all the mundane stuff.
Exactly. Think about your own workday. What are the tasks that drain your energy? The things that feel like a total time suck. Imagine handing those off to an AI. It gives you more mental space to focus on, the work that truly excites you, the work that actually uses your unique skills and talents.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty appealing thought.
Yeah.
But let's get specific. How might this actually play out in different fields?
Well, let's take the world of design, for example. An architect could use Sora to generate 3D models of their building concepts, experimenting with different layouts, different materials, all in a virtual environment. This would free them up to focus on,
The creative vision, the overall aesthetic, the client's needs.
So the architect isn't being replaced by the AI, but the AI becomes this tool that actually enhances their creative process. Precisely. Or imagine a writer using ChatGPT to research different topics, gather relevant statistics, even generate different story ideas. This doesn't replace the writer's unique voice or storytelling ability, but it streamlines the process and allows them to focus on what they do best, crafting compelling narratives.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would be helpful, especially for those times when you're feeling stuck, or overwhelmed by
Yeah.
all the information out there.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is this applies across industries. In finance, AI could analyze market trends and identify investment opportunities. In healthcare, it could help doctors diagnose diseases and develop personalized treatment plans. In education, you could personalize learning experiences for each student. The possibilities are really endless.
Okay, the potential benefits seem huge, but let's be real for a second. What are some of the potential challenges or downsides that we might face as we transition to this AI-augmented workplace?
Well, one challenge is the need to adapt our skills. As AI takes on more of those routine tasks, the skills that are going to be most valuable are going to be those uniquely human skills. Things like critical thinking, complex problem solving, emotional intelligence, creativity.
So it's not just about learning new software or technical skills, but cultivating those inherently human abilities that AI can't replicate.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that. The future of work isn't about competing with AI. It's about working alongside it. It's about finding ways to leverage the strengths of both humans and AI to create something truly innovative and impactful.
That makes a lot of sense. It brings up another point, access. Not everyone will have equal access to these advanced AI tools, especially in the early stages. Could this potentially widen the gap between those who have access to these technologies and those who don't?
Yeah, that's a valid concern. And it's something that we need to address head on. We need to make sure that these technologies are available to everyone, regardless of their socioeconomic background or geographic location. This might involve things like government-funded training programs, partnerships between educational institutions and tech companies, maybe even open-source AI platforms.
So it sounds like navigating this transition to an AI-augmented workplace is going to require collective effort. It's not just individuals and companies, but also policymakers, educators.
Absolutely. This isn't something that any one group can solve on their own. It requires a collaborative approach. Everyone working together to make sure that AI is used responsibly and ethically, and that the benefits are shared widely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with?
I think the key takeaway is this. The future of work isn't predetermined. It's a future that we are actively creating. And the most important question to ask yourself is not what will AI do to my job, but what can I do with AI to make my work more meaningful, more impactful, and more fulfilling?
It's about embracing the possibilities, not fearing the unknown. It's about being proactive, adaptable, open to learning new skills.
Exactly. The future of work is an invitation to reimagine what's possible. It's a chance to leverage the power of AI to create a world where work is not just a means to an end, but a source of purpose, creativity, and fulfillment.
This has been a truly insightful conversation. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the future of work. We hope this has given you some food for thought, maybe even inspired you to explore the possibilities of AI and augmented collaboration. Remember, the future is what we make it, so let's make it a good one.